Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda, Nitai Gauranga, Gauranga, Vishnu Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Gauranga, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Gauranga Nityananda, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Govinda, Nityananda Govinda, Nityananda Govinda, Nityananda Govinda, Nityananda Govinda, Nityananda Govinda, Nityananda Gauranga.
Morning has broken
Nityananda, Nityananda Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama. Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, circle back to that one. Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Gauranga Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare let's chant some japa here. Just take shelter of the name. Take shelter of the devotees here, and all will be well. Yeah. You got a faithful core of devotees here, so you stick around. It gets infectious. People that have gotten the result of trusting in the process, trusting in Krishna. It just gets better. I'm still working on trust. Just, amen. Surrendering to Krishna, to God, that's a big thing, man. Something just gets more, refined and more trusting, more faith, and more ecstasy. It's progressive. Stick around. All will be well. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. You can turn your mic on there.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, something inside is Krishna who gets happy. That's how we get transcendentally trained. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. That means you're getting purified. It must be all those nice things I said to you, all those sweet words.
That works. Hearing the truth is healing.
All those sweet somethings. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
People don't know what happiness is really. They think happiness is external, like senses and stuff, and lust or something material with the material senses. But with the purification is you start to empty out, and then you start the soul, your spirit starts to feel. What makes the soul happy is devotees, real devotees with real bhakti, because that's the real God comes through them, and now you experience another level of happiness. Yeah, so this takes time. You just got to keep sticking with it, stay in this association. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. More and more forever. Yeah. It's a relationship, man. This one lasts. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna,
Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare, Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare
One
Rama.
thing, if you're having trouble detecting these things, if you're taking drugs or alcohol or things like this, it dulls your senses. So that's just a fact, and so if you wonder why, if you wanna experience this happiness, you might have to dry out on that kind of stuff. uh, that could be a big issue. That's why, on the Vitae level is no drugs, no this. They try to dry you out. Here it's more moderation, but if you can't be moderate on whatever you're doing, then you need to expunge it. I mean, it's just what's more important. Otherwise, it's hard to pick up the transcendental vibration. Your senses are being dulled by the substances are in the mode of passion and ignorance. So you're, just kind of how it is. So it's up to you. Yeah. And I notice people that have problems is usually because of that. Well, that's one of the things. So that's why some that are getting, they back and forth, and they start to realize that let me get more serious. Let me start to kind of reduce that or get rid of it. A lot of times, if you're really addicted, you have to just cold turkey it. I mean, what's important? Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, You got the idea. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama, Hari Hari, Hari
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari
Rama
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
You can also be addicted to materialistic association. You know, people in the modes. That's also a problem. You wonder, well, I don't have any taste like you guys. Well, you know, I associate with people properly, you know, like at a respectful, even when I talk to every people, no problem. But I don't share intimate stuff with people that are mundane, you know, they can't understand such things. Or you know, you try to like you relate to them like an intimate friend. They're not intimate friends yet. They're not even, you know, they're not awakened. And you start talking really intimate with them and sharing stuff. You know, so that's another addiction. You know, addicted to materialistic association. So anyway, do the best you can. Stick around, and all will be well. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. What is my happiness? Well, you know, this is what I've been working on for years. Is the taste for Krishna is his name. Krishna are these pastimes. If I can find happiness in that, I'm finding happiness in Krishna because he's left us his name and his pastimes so that it purifies us and then we become attracted, just like the residents who saw Krishna when he was here. Yeah, well, we see him through, you know, hearing, associating. Yeah. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Oh, yeah, music, thank you. Well, yeah, okay, let's just take it off. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna.
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Radha, Krishna, Radha,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna,
Oh
Hare Hare.
my Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Lord Krishna. Oh
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
oh my Lord Krishna, oh my Lord Krishna, oh Krishna, 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 Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, oh my Lord Krishna, oh my Lord Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Oh Krishna, oh Krishna, 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 my life is Lord, Lord of my heart, life and soul, my life and soul. Lord Krishna, my life and soul. Nimai Pandanam Nimai Pandanam
Divine Constitution is my Lord.
Lord and Master. Nimai Pandanam Nadias.
My Lord,
Nimai Pandanam Nadias, my Lord and Master. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Krishna
Divine position
Nityananda
is my Lord the Master.
Gauranga Gauranga
Divine position is my Lord the Master.
Jaya
Hare
Jaya
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Jaya
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Sachinandana Sachinandana
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Sachinandana
Jaya Jaya Sachinandana,
Jaya Sachinandana Jaya
Jaya Sachinandana.
Jaya Sachinandana Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Jaya Sachinandana.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Jaya Sachinandana.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta.
Yeah, the whole point of the Vaidhi, one of the points in the Vaidhi is to bring the devotees to the point where they're not addicted to the world. At least it's not like you have to be like completely free of all this, but you need to be at least moderate. In your because if you come here and you're actually addicted to drugs or alcohol, you're gonna have a hard time. You should have done that if you were in the Vaidhi Bhakti platform. I mean, you should have finished that. At least come to the platform of moderation. Because if you haven't, and then you come here, then you have your troubles. You'll find you could say Maya just drags you down. So, and that's why it's not like it's an all or nothing thing. If you're moderate in your stuff, it should be no problem. But if you're not, and you wonder why, well, there you go, So you just keep sticking around and hold on the best you can, and just get that greed. Spiritual greed will develop more. After a while, you see the beautiful devotees like you're advancing, and it's inspiring. I get inspired too. Look at Fanny. She says, "I feel like I'm floating above my own body." Stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, the devotees, Fani, he's doing well. Yeah, he wants to come more, he said before. See, so, yeah, it's great. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. What do we got? Where's that book? Where's the book? The books. Let's see, who do we want to associate with here? How about Sanatan Goswami? Let's check him out a little bit in this book here. See, this is the door. These devotees are the door. See, their realization and understanding of God is
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'm floating, it's so funny. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
okay. We're back. It looks like. Let's see here. Chapter 4, Vaikuntha. Let's check out Vaikuntha. So Gopakumara's journey through different experiences in his chanting of the mantra, he developed by association with different devotees he would meet. They had different realizations about God, different levels and stuff, and so he got inspired by their association to go to these different places. So now he's going to Vaikuntha, and he gets the power by chanting. See, to do to go to these places. So Gopakumara said, "Hey Brahmana, when I came to this Vrindavan and began wandering here and there alone, I saw the splendor of this land was beyond anything." It was beyond anything that I had ever seen within the entire Brahmananda. Or, yeah, Brahmananda. That's this whole universe. Then I began residing in this forest. And this land enchanted me so much that I forgot going to Vaikuntha and other worlds, as well as everything which I had experienced there. Playfully wandering in this way, I arrived at Mathurapuri, where I heard the Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures from the Brahmanas there. After they taught me well the methods of the ninefold bhakti, I came to this very forest where I suddenly saw my exalted Guru. His appearance was splendid as before, and I offered pranam to he who knows everything. Then he joyfully embraced me. He blessed me and said I was and was very merciful to me. By the influence of that mercy, I realized deeper than deep truths of bhakti. And following his directions, I began practicing the limbs of bhakti yoga. See, that's what you get. When you get a bona fide guru, that's how it is, when you develop real faith in them. Deeper and deeper truths. Soon I became overcome with prema and completely helpless. At that time, I can tell Alita can relate to this stuff. At that time, I could do nothing besides sing Sri Krishna Nam. I could only repeat his names in this way. Sri Krishna Gopal. Sri Krishna Gopal. Oh, when will I be able to do that? Hare Hare Mukunda Mukunda. Hey Govinda. Hey Nanda Kishora. Hey Krishna. Sri Yashoda Tanya. Hey Sri Balavi Jivana. Hey Radhikesha. Be merciful to me. Calling out these names time and time and again. Sometimes I danced and sometimes I cried. And sometimes I wandered like a madman, completely forgetting my bodily existence. Then one day I received direct darshan of the Lord of my life, Sri Krishna. I ran to grasp him, but overcome with prema, I fainted and fell to the ground. Then one day I received direct darshan of the Lord of my life, Sri Krishna. I ran to grasp him, but overcome with prema, I fainted and fell to the ground. At that time, some eternal residents of Vaikuntha appeared there, and to take me to Vaikuntha, had me board their airplane. When I fully regained consciousness, I began looking here and there, and was completely astonished. Everything appeared different to me. But after some time I regained my composure, I saw before me that same benevolent, eternal residence of Vaikuntha, which I had seen previously in Mukti Loka. The splendor and complexion of their bodies put to shame the radiance of Sri Surya, and they were aboard a fitting, beautiful airplane. As I reverently offered pranam to them, they embraced me and comforted me in many ways. They gave me hundreds of reasons why I should desire to accept a four-armed form like theirs. I did not accept such a form, but by their influence, spiritual qualities similar to theirs manifested in my own form as a resident of Govardhan. Then I saw that we were traveling upon a supremely blissful, extraordinary, and inconceivable path to Vaikuntha. Then I saw we were traveling upon a supremely blissful, extraordinary, and inconceivable path to Vaikuntha. As we crossed the 14 planetary systems, such as Swarga and the 8 material coverings, casting my vision towards them, I felt ashamed because of knowing that they were all temporary and full of misery. As we passed by, the kings of each and every planet lifted up their heads and offered puja to me by holding handfuls of flowers and rice to their foreheads and then showering them upon me. They offered pranam to me and praised me by chanting Jai, Jai time and again. Passing all these worlds as we traveled along that path, I saw with disdain insignificant mukti. And going above it, I arrived at Sri Shiva Loka. With great jubilation, I offered pranam to Sri Shiva, who was accompanied by Sri Parvati, and he delighted me with words of respect and love. After that, I went to Vaikuntha, which possessed varieties of glories, which are beyond the reach of the mind and words. Then those eternal residents of Vaikuntha said to me, "You please wait here at the entrance for a moment while we procure from your master the permission for you to enter. Remain here with the eyes invigorated by the brilliance of Bhagavad Bhakti. Please behold." Behold the marvelous glories of Vaikuntha, and witness the waves of the ocean of astonishing wonders never seen or heard before. Sri Gopakumar said, after they entered, and I remained outside the gate, I saw someone come from another place and enter the city. He was seated upon a magnificent airplane. His opulences were superior to those of hundreds of Brahmanandas, and he was joyfully singing, and his complexion and age were similar to those of the Lord. Mistaking him for Sri Bhagavan, I offered pranam to him while saying time and time again, "Hey Nata, please protect me." He covered his ears and indicated that I should stop speaking in that way. Then he said, "I am not even his servant, but merely the servant of his servants," and went inside. After that, another person, who was even more glorious and splendorous than him, came there. Seeing him, I thought that he was certainly Jagasthwara himself, and according to his desire, must have gone to another place and was now returning to his own city. When I reverently praised him while offering pranam as I had before, he affectionately spoke to me in the same way as the previous person had, and also entered the city. So I'll go back a little bit. Let's go over this and talk about it a little bit here. After they taught me well the methods of the ninefold bhakti, I came to this very forest where I suddenly saw my exalted guru. His appearance was splendid as before, and I offered pranam to he who knows everything. He joyfully embraced me, blessed me, and was very merciful to me. By the influence of that mercy, I realized deeper than deep truths about bhakti. Okay, so that's the essence. If you have a guru, that's what happens. You become, by their influence, you become like them. They ascertain these deep truths, and you begin to also, by association. Yeah. And following his directions, I began practicing the limbs of bhakti. See, follow the directions. Following the progressive path, how to make progress without the association of advanced devotees, ecstatic devotees, mature. You cannot really progress. It's by their association, their emanation, and by their word, by their instructions, by their opinion. See, it's very powerful, very potent. See, by their word, you're purified. Remember, Jesus said, by my word, you're purified. See, you're clean, cleansed. And then the Spirit has some room in there, Soon I became overcome with prema and completely helpless. At that time, I could do nothing besides sing Sri Krishna Nama. You notice you're progressing, you just want to sing the names, glorify the Lord from your heart. See, calling out these names time and again, I sometimes danced, sometimes cried, and sometimes wandered around like a madman, completely forgetting my bodily existence. See, this is the kind of stuff you get being around the devotees of the caliber here. Everything appeared different to me, but when, after some time, I think that's all I have the energy for. I think I'm going to stop here. I just got back home. I'm back at the house. I booked the thing for another 2 days. I couldn't resist that. What the heck, man? That's like staying in a 5-star hotel. Better, because not only is it like amazingly like high class, it is artistic. So for 30, was it 20? It was even less, $28 a night.
Why didn't you stay a bit longer?
They were booked. I tried, but it's not far. It's just a 45-minute bus ride from here. Yeah, so and then I'm going to San Cristobal. I go travel a little bit. It's really hot here. So when I go to San Cristobal, it's like 70 degrees, a lot cooler. So it's good because it's really, really hot. I mean, I can't even go. I mean, like you won't go out and sweat, drench. It's a really hot summer here this time. Yeah. So I'll go up the mountains for 9 days, and by that time it'll probably start cooling down a little bit. And then off to Puerto Vallarta. We'll check that town out. Traveling mood. I stay here 3 years, so it's time to kind of move around a little bit, man.
You need to move a bit,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Krishna likes it. I could feel it, man. Even that little trip I did down, this valley, and all the, like seeming problems and all that, ended up at that nice hotel, and I met interesting people, and it's just, you need to do that. Yeah. Yes, probably I would have to too. First time I went to Mexico, went for a week, stayed 6 months. Yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, some relating to somebody said, oh yeah, Eric said, I feels good coming here. Yeah, being with devotees is the way it is. There was one lady she's in China, and she's a devotee, like actually a real devotee, from India. I mean, she loves Krishna, just. But she's in school there, and trying to please her parents. Funny, can understand that. Her parents told her, "You go become a doctor and take care of us," And she's there, and there's floods, and there's it's horrible. Actually, her Krishna inside very unhappy. So I just talked to her a little bit. I said, "Well, come more often if you can." And she says, after the conversation, she says, "God, I just feel so good now. I feel so much better." Yeah, because she needed association. She said, no, there's no devotee association there. And because in China, and she says, I go outside and people just stare at me like, because she's a foreigner. There's so many people in China and they just stare, Sometimes in India, they have people, they just,
Indian, oh my God.
just stare at you, like you're an oddity, Especially in Mayapur, the Bengalis, from the little villages, they come and they see white people, they go,
oh my
they
goodness.
tell you,
Especially the men. It's
oh,
very
especially,
embarrassing.
yeah. So let's see what Eric Woody says here. Yeah. So yeah, $28. I couldn't believe it, man. Yeah. I'm so glad. Oh, Fanny says, I'm so glad you let me through the door. Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I can't look at what you said because it went off here, and then oh well, wait a second. I'll go to Facebook. It's all on Facebook, I think. Let's see if it shows.
I can find it on Facebook.
Oh yeah. Okay, you find it and read it.
Fanny said, I'm so glad you let me through the door, dear Guru Haridas. My life have become so much easier.
Yeah, because, it's just because you want to go through the door. See, and that's the example for people to, they want to develop trust. We've been cheated by the Maya. That's what Maya does. It's a cheater, So that we're just building up trust again. We're like these whipped dogs. They've been conditioned. They've been in fear. Because Maya's always. You ever see the conditioned dogs? They're just, even though you're not mean to them anymore, but people have been. And so they're always, they're fearful of you. See, that's our relationship with God. We've been whipped by this Maya and conditioned, even by a lot of us parents have not been so nice to us. So we project that on God. It's like, well, I don't know, Lord, my experience is not to trust you. So we'll work on it, gradually. It's a relationship. Yeah, go ahead and read.
There are not many important comments except this one of Pani. Every week of mine is a mess, but I see Lord Chaitanya's mercy gets me out of it intact. I know time is close when I can spend my time here, hearing.
Yeah, it makes everything easier. See, otherwise it just becomes tough. Everything will become tough and hard. The Lord makes it easier, your obligations. Because what happens is you get your energy gets into the mode of passion, and that's where it's hard, everything's hard. You work by the sweat of your brow. See, but the more connected you are with the Lord, then things come kind of flow. Things work out. Yeah. The New Age people strive for that kind of position, but it's very hard that way. This is the easy way to get that. This is the permanent way. You just stay in this relationship, and it all flows. I also get it. Like during the day, I get into stuff and forget. I can't always chant, and then I love these. They're like check-in sessions. I check in with God, like with chanting, and it's like, okay, Lord, okay, what's going on, checking in, and a lot of this relationships that you realize things. It's great. It's really wonderful. Yeah. So yeah. Anything else there, Eric? Did Eric say something there?
What Eric said, we read already.
No, there's a long one. There's a long thing he said.
Well, which Eric? Eric Woody or Eric
Yeah,
Does?
Eric Woody. Eric
Oh,
Woody.
Eric Woody. Okay. Um,
No? Okay.
I'm trusting you. Yeah, sorry. I found it was just in the beginning. So I'm trusting you. In some ways, I feel like a fool listening to you. I have not walked as happy when I have listened to you, but I am trusting the process. I was watching the replay from this morning and I was chanting. I'm alone now. But before, when I did my japa, I would feel like if I missed a beat, I would feel guilty. Oh my God. But as I was doing japa, I just got over the feeling of guilt.
So it's progressive. That's the way the old stuff, the guilt and all that stuff. So it's coming up and out. You'll see these things will just disappear naturally. But by regular sadhu sangha, this is the best path. This is the path to Vrindavan. This is the way it works. So you just keep coming. It's gradually you'll trust. I mean, basically, who are you trusting? You're just trusting the ones that I'm trusting and that other devotees here are trusting. We're trusting Krishna. We're trusting the process. We're trusting these conceptions, these truths. We're trusting these devotees. So we're working. It's trust. It's trust issues, and it takes time. And the Lord gives us, reciprocates and strengthens our faith and experience, or strengthens our experience of this bhakti, and that strengthens our faith automatically, because then it's not a blind belief. You experience these things as true. Yeah, like we read these things, you can relate. It's like, wow, yeah, I can relate to that. That's what God is doing. He's giving me deep understanding, because I have association with this devotee who's an ecstatic chanter. His guru was an ecstatic devotee. He chanted Hare Krishna in great ecstasy. He was really drunk on bhakti, this guy's guru, Gopakumar. But everybody gets, it's intoxicating. That's its nature. Makes it easy to give up drugs. Go ahead there, Lolita. What?
Can I just read what David Balaram does?
Yeah, of course.
So we aren't an intimate devotee until Guru declares it, and not our own perception?
Yeah. Well, there's some false confidence there. Usually you might think you are, because you feel like you get some raise, and you're around devotees, you're getting the raise, and you think, wow, I'm actually intimate associate of the Lord. But, you just might be just getting raised. So the confirmation, if you consider yourself an intimate devotee, the confirmation will be the advanced devotees. You'll find out, if you even listen. I mean, if you're open, and I think you are. Yeah. So you kind of just check it with if you're experiencing something, share it and see how it comes off.
Yeah, if they can explain what they feel, because if they refuse to explain it, how
Yeah.
can we help them?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you say I'm ecstatic, okay, what are you feeling? And then no more answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Even the ecstasy thing, because some pick up the rays of ecstasy and they think, oh, now I'm an intimate associate, but they speak like a Mayavadi because you're not really purified. You're getting some rays. But then you're by deed and by action, you act like a person that wants to be one with God, one with all the devotees. So you want to be like one with Guru, even like, yeah, I'm also Guru. You're Guru. I'm Guru. We're all Guru. You know, we're all God, or we're all kinds of speculations. There are misconceptions. You miss the conception, the real conception. So that's why this is like a gyroscope, our Sangha. It'll keep you on track, on the path to the spiritual world. See, because you can get off in your mind like Tarun, you start getting off. See, you started. That's another. That's the another realm. Remember, there's this Mukti Loka. Mukti Loka. Gopakumara went to Mukti Loka. There you'll find a lot of beings there. They're interested in liberation, not Bhagavat Bhakti, liberation. And they're all like same frequency, same consciousness. So they all associate, yeah, we're God, I'm God, or, you know, whatever speculations they got. And they agree, or maybe they fight a little bit about their oneness, you know, their varieties of how they're one with God. See, but that's their limitation. This is deeper. Yeah. And some people here, even, you know, somebody will come off like that and they'll feel sympathetic. Like, oh yeah, I can relate to that. See, because you're also dealing with that level, you know, that anartha actually. it's unwanted. Devotees, you see, he passed mukti loka and with disdain. That's a devotee. Ooh, they don't like this oneness only, you know. Communion is great because that's relationship. Not to take God's position or to become one with God. You know, there's no service mood. No, you got to service God. You know, give Him some. You know, then your realizations of that relationship of who the Lord is increases more and more forever. Otherwise, what do you want to increase your oneness realization that you're one with God? It doesn't. It's just it's lacking service of that deepening. You just in that state, and it's homogeneous and it doesn't deepen. You just there actually in India there are people that have gotten to that kind of a state of that when they can't even do anything in this world. They actually put pails of food. You know, they just sit there and they just eat and they're just in this Brahman oneness. Yeah, I heard about people being like that, and somehow or other they achieved that. It could be, I don't know, by meditations or something, but that's it. They're not. It's just they're in this realm of oneness. Even people have to feed them. You know, they can't even feed themselves.
But it's actually Krishna who declares when you are an intimate devotee, when he starts to share his secrets with you.
Yeah, that too. Although sometimes you're tricked. You
That's
might,
true. That's
yeah,
true.
you're tricked because it's subtle. You know, you can even have spirits come to you. Like, you know, we have some people New Age, they got spirits come to them and they trick them. They can because in the astral they can change shapes and all things, all kinds of stuff, you know. Yeah. So, you know, this is why this Sadhu Sangha is a lot of good confirming forces, you know, here. So it's a great place to be, you know. See, what else? Anything else there? Let me see.
There is another comment of Eric Woody.
Is after watching you.
Sorry?
He said something like, after watching you last weekend.
I realized I don't trust my parents, and I think that's why I have schizophrenia. I don't trust my dad at all. If trust them, some, but I don't intimately trust my parents deep inside me. This purification is hard. All this childhood trauma has come out.
All this, yeah. Yeah, that's, yeah. Just take it slow, because you have that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, he says, but to me, being one with God is being in union with God, or as you say, communion, but that's not true. Being one with God is not the same as being in communion. Communion is relationship, and being one, it's
Yeah.
not the same.
You get different realization. You get the purer realization, the more actual understanding of your position and God's position. In relationship, you get deeper knowledge. But if you have just knowledge of Brahman, that's all you get is that knowledge of Brahman oneness. That you realize that equality, it's like a feeling equal with the Lord, equal with the Brahman, equal with the dog, equal in the Brahman level. See, that's your knowledge, is the knowledge of Brahman. But devotees that have this devotional relation have deeper realization. It's more juicy, more, yeah, deeper, better service to the Lord's. Yeah, yeah. I think that's enough. I got to stop talking. Thank you very much, everybody, and you can go to bed now. What time is it there in Belgium?
Almost 11:30.
Yeah, it's time for bed.
Almost midnight.
Yeah. Are you sleeping better nowadays?
No.
No,
Well, but like before, it has nothing to do with jet lag. It's just Lalita.
just Lalita. So, what do you get? A couple hours sleep, and then
Yeah. Then I get up at 4 or something.
yeah, yeah. Oh, four. That's not too bad. Okay, you get something. A few
Yeah,
hours. Yeah,
it's okay.
yeah. Okay. Hare
Old
Krishna.
people don't need that much
Yeah,
sleep
yeah,
anymore.
I don't sleep much either. Okay,